I have appeared! There I am, Genie Ali, back to share some secrets from my method with you. A method that I found in this book by John Frawley, Sports Astrology. Specifically, Chapter 2. Right? Um, I can, with high confidence, I can say and tell you that for those people that have read the method in the whole book, but especially the method in chapter 2, that it is not consistent. It's not consistent if you follow it word by word. Now, once you start saving the charts and data, and start comparing the charts, and you will find leads, or you will find patterns, you will find common denominators. That will eventually lead you to certainty, like it has for me. I am 100% certain on Sundays for at least 2 or 3 games, which I always bet on and win. All right. For the rest of the days, I am not. I'm sorry, I cannot say that I'm certain, and it's mainly because of the amount of data that I have. It's not enough, and because of the number of games on those days. On Sunday, it's easy because there isn't many games as compared to the rest of the days of the week. All right. Anyway, today I will share with you an observation I made on July 4th. A sports game between the Mets and the Yankees. All right. This was July 4th. Let's share it now. Fast. There we go. Right, in which the Mets were the favored team at home, and against the Yankees. This is the Subway Series, Game 1. Right, I bet small. I wagered small only because it was Friday, and I am not confident on Fridays. All right. Oh, it's July 4th. Oh, let me just add a comment for July 4th. It's happy birthday, United States. On July 7th, it's Uranus enters Gemini again after over 80 years. The last time it was in Gemini, there was a world war going on. This is the Uranus return, the planet Uranus, its return into the United States birth chart, which signifies the American Revolution and strife and wars and conflict, etc., and the way things are happening in the States right now. It seems to be headed that way, but that's all I'm going to say about that. Let's get back to the chart. All right, let's to the Mets. We're slightly favored, and here's the chart. 4th July 2025, 3:10 p.m. I'm going to do this fast. All right, so look, Mets favored right there. I'll get into these odds in a few minutes. So Moon on the 1st favors the Mets. All right, and at the same time, it's making a sextile to the ruler of 1, which is Mars, Scorpio, and then a trine to 10, Sun, Leo. Okay, so 3 to the favorite. All right, now let's look at the odds. Check out the opening odds. All right, the green is opening. It's almost even. It's pretty much even, right? But it closed with the Yankees being the underdog. Okay, and so the Mets were favored and they won out. Why was I confident on this? I was like 75% confident because it was a Friday. Because the reason I was confident was because of a previous game that happened with the same chart, and it was an NHL game right here. May 5th, 2023, this was NHL playoffs. Carolina Hurricanes against the New Jersey Devils. Carolina favored at home. Let's look at the chart for this game. Pretty much the same chart almost. Moon first, Carolina. Moon making a trine to 1, Mars, Scorpio. And 10 on 7, favorite. Alright, 3 favorites. How about that? Now look, here's the interesting part. Look at the odds. Carolina opened as slight favorites over the Devils, New Jersey. All right, let's look at the baseball one that we just saw right there. Look at that. It's almost even. I mean, it is even, and this is almost even. And then it closed 135 just by 5 points. They're favored. All right. And this was the Yankees game. The Mets game was like 13-point favorite. All right. So it's pretty much similar. And guess who won? Hurricane 6-1. All right. So this is the reason I was favored, or I was confident in this chart. Okay. Ooh, my nose is itching. All right. And that's pretty much how to do this easily. The reason I'm confident is because I have data, lots and lots of data, thousands and thousands of charts, and the odds labeled with them. Right, just like this one now. Before I disappear again, I'd like to show you the theory I had once I observed Frawley's method. All right. So after looking at his method, why is this happening? I had this theory popped up into my head just intuitively, all right? And that is that if a chart is XYZ, so like this chart, this is a, favorite, mutual aspect with the first cusp and the ruler, 3 favorite testimonies. If a chart is XYZ, we call it, and the favorite wins, like in this case, both of these cases, then in the future, when XYZ shows up again, and then the favorite will win again. All right, that was a theory, and it is cashing out now. That theory is absolutely 100% Sundays, only because of the amount of data I have. All right, and that's it. That's why Team A beats Team B in any event, because of the configuration and the odds movement. And there's a few other factors that I'm not going to reveal yet. I'm still keeping it a secret, right? And that's pretty much it. Football season is 2 months away. I will be posting a video every week before Sunday with one prediction, or maybe 2. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, that's all for today. I'm still setting up this channel, still working with software and sound effects and all that. Genie Ali out. Bye-bye.